Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty. With today, we're going to talk about encouraging individuals with autism to try new things. So, for many of us on the autism spectrum, including myself, when doing a new thing, we're just so anxious. Our anxiety builds up for fear that we'll fail or something will go wrong. It just something's we just feel like it's like we're never going to do it right or something bad is going to happen. When in case, and many times in my instances, it nothing really bad happened. So, I've had that many times where I've went to do things and I would worry about the worst thing ever. For example, my mom was coming over to visit yesterday, and I was so worried that my home would not be cleaned up well enough for her to be entertained and be thoughtful and not be critiquing about it. But in fact, she didn't say hardly anything at all. So I think sometimes we worry so much about things that we don't feel comfortable about, or we don't or we don't know what's going to happen or what the environment is going to be. Um, but we but some things we do feel comfortable with, but things we don't is where we struggle. And here are some tips, that I encourage anybody on the spectrum, to encourage them to uh, try to get ready for that. So mentally prepare. So talk with a person who has some experience, or may know something about it more than somebody else. May know what to expect, or what goes on at those environments. And as family members, I do encourage you, if you do know stuff about what's going to happen, or friends or allies, to ensure them that it is going to be okay. If it is possible, like there are certain things that may need practice. I know that, for example, as a child, I went to an MRI. I couldn't do the MRI because I was too anxious with all the noise and being claustrophobic. But they have simulators, so things that simulate, like on websites or anything of that manner. It helps people with autism greatly. Um, it's just a great tool. So if you find something that simulates, or a map, I like maps. So, that was something I like to look at, is maps or floor plans. So I was aware of things. When I went to schools, I always liked to look at the floor plan so that I knew my way around and not to be lost. Although I would never be lost, but try to find the practice as much as you can. Take it slow. Do things slowly, step by step. I encourage, if a autistic person needs a break, give it to them, because they may need to take a sensory break. They may need to use the restroom because of anxiety issues. Uh, s- you know, um, because of fidgeting, or it's just so much that there's so much that anxious. I have a lot of anxiety when I do new things, or things I don't feel comfortable with, even as time goes on with working, or anything. It's just part of life. Um, Try to stay positive. Also, give a compliment if you're an ally or a parent. Try to give a compliment to your autistic person that it's okay, and they did a good job. And even if they didn't, give them a compliment for trying their best. Just always to try to encourage to do new things. I know we as autistics like to stay in our trap of doing the same old, and I'm one for truthful of that, and I've been a fault for that for a long time. But always encourage, people with autism to try new things, because if they find something new to do, um, it'll just it, it'll just expand their horizons. And it's like going out on a social activity, although we may not have some of them due to coronavirus. But having a social outlet, is always a good thing. Or a day program, or something, if needed, um, a social group or something. So always encourage that. Sometimes it's very idle to sit in the house. It's very hard. So I always encourage new things, or trying to take care of yourself is always a good key. So with that, I thank you for your time today. As always, like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and on the web at DustinsDynastyUSA.com. Thank you and have a nice day.